Hi, welcome back to another YouTube video. It's been a little while since my last video. It's the school holidays at the moment, and so been a bit busy, especially this week. You might be able to see some of the decorations behind me. It was my daughter's birthday on Tuesday. She just turned 11, and it's also my son's birthday on Saturday this week, so a really busy one for me. But I thought for this particular video, I thought we'd have another look at UEBOnline, which I mentioned briefly in my How to Learn Braille video. But we'd not really go into any particular detail about it. Now this is an excellent website, and it's really good because it takes you through start to finish everything you could possibly want to know and learn about Braille. Obviously there's no if you can get someone to teach you Braille, it's always better. There's no substitute for that, but this website is excellent if you want to refresh some things that you've done before perhaps, or if you just haven't got a teacher and you just want to see what Braille's all about and start from the beginning. It's well worth having a look at. Now, I didn't realise myself till the other week when I looked at it in a bit more detail. When you first register for UEBOnline, which is free by the way, you can actually choose visual or non-visual exercises for the website, and so I'm going to have a quick look at both of those as well, because obviously if someone does have low or low vision, then they can still do some of the exercises on this website, which is really good. So I have been through all of this website myself before, quite a while back now. I've also had Braille lessons from a Braille teacher before as well, but I was a bit rusty, so I thought I'd go through it again, and I haven't done any for a couple of weeks, so I'm probably even rustier still, so you'll have to bear with me. So I'm up to lesson 23 in a minute, so I've gone through all the grade 1 stuff, lots of the grade 2 stuff, all the contractions and things, and I think this one is on to dashes. Now, quick word of advice: if you ever make any YouTube videos, or any videos in fact, always a really good idea to actually make sure that you have pressed record to actually record your video. It's nothing worse than when you get sort of half an hour or more in and then realise nothing you've been speaking about has actually been recorded, which is what happened to me the other week when I tried to do this video. So hopefully everything is recording properly now, or I might cry by the end of this one. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. So this is just the UEBOnline website. When you first register, there's just a little compatibility test you need to run through first. What I mean by that is you need to have a keyboard that will let you press more than one key at the same time. The reason being is that, let me just quickly show you, is that when you actually do these exercises, you type with your keyboard very much in the same way as you would do on a Perkins Braille or a Braille type device. So what I mean by that is, if I just look at the keys down here for a second on my keyboard, hopefully you can all see that okay. So I've got my J, K and L keys act as my dots 4, 5 and 6 like they would on a Braille, and the F, D and S keys acts like the dots 1, 2 and 3 that I'd have on a Braille. So for example, if I wanted to type an A in Braille, I would press the F key. If I wanted to type B, it'd be the F and D key. If I wanted to type a C, I'd have to press the F and the J keys at the same time. So that's basically what that is. So I'm just going to turn that off for a second. So yeah, when you first register, you have to type all those 6 keys at the same time, 10 times I believe, to make sure that your keyboard will actually work for the exercises. I've not come across any keyboards yet that haven't worked for the exercises, so there probably will be a few out there, but generally speaking you should be fine. So anyway, let's have a quick look at one of the exercises in this. So like I say, I'm quite a way through. I'll talk a bit about high contrast mode and things in a moment, but for the moment let's just go into one of the lessons. And I'm up to dashes and long dashes. I don't really know how often people are going to be using long dashes like that, but it's always worth going through all those things anyway. So you'll have to bear with me, I'm a little bit rusty. I've not done any for a couple of weeks. We've got other things in here as well. We've got things like any quotation marks, ellipses. I don't remember all these, I'll be honest. I probably will have to go back and look at some of them. We've got square brackets, that's one I do remember normally, and brace brackets, as in sort of curly bracket signs. And then what you need to use for transcriber notes as well. So we'll talk a bit about that if we get some time. So you might see part of this exercise is already done, because like I say, I tried to do the video before and failed miserably. So when you get to these later exercises, it doesn't matter too much on some of the all the early exercises, because you know when you get to the end of the line you have to just press enter and it takes you to the next line. In this one you have to kind of figure out yourself where the end of the line is going to be in the Braille. So, and also the indent the paragraphs of this, so I need to do a couple of spaces, do my open quotation, capital letter, well, replied, and I got the ED contraction in there, the land.5 Lord in a tone of, no, I can't remember what sum is, I think there is, oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, I thought there was a contraction for some, but I couldn't quite remember. So I've gone to the next line, because obviously the word superiority isn't going to fit on that line. So as I'm typing, it's typing the Braille down here, and it's highlighting the text up here, so it gives me an idea of whereabouts I am in the exercise. Superiority. Now, I've just remember what itty is now. I think, is it that one? No. Like I say, a little bit rusty. Got it wrong again. Unexpected space. Oh, I did put a comma in. Okay, so it was dots 5, 6 and Y, so I knew it was one of those. Generally speaking, with these ones, I know that there is a contraction, but unfortunately I can't always remember what that contraction is, so I'm a little bit rusty. So now this one I've got a quotation within quotations. Now I'm just trying to remember how to actually indicate that. I don't think it's just a normal quotation mark. So I'm just going to have a quick scroll back up to the top, because I honestly can't remember. And I think it's there somewhere. Oh yeah, single quotation mark says dot 6 and quotation. I thought it probably was, but I just wanted to double check that one. So dot 6 quotation for EIGNER dot 6 close quotation, or and a comma. There we go. Oh, and I've done something wrong there. So what have I done wrong on that one? Let's have a look. Oh, got my E and my I the wrong way around. Just bad spelling, that one. Not really anything more to say about that. So yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole exercise, because it's not overly exciting watching somebody do this, but you get the general idea of how to do it. And I'm slightly amazing myself that I'm able to speak and do this at the same time without making too many mistakes, and that's always a good thing. Enough for him, if is it just HM for him? I think it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, and his is that. Oh, it's not. His. No, I've forgotten what his is. Now, if like me, you forget a word or you forget what it is, this is the beauty of having a proper teacher, is that you can just turn around and say, right, I'm a bit stuck on this bit, what can I do? This website, a little bit trickier, but there's ways around that. So, for example, if I just go to Google and type in Braille cheat sheet, there's loads of great images that come up for Braille cheat sheets. Now, one that I use quite a lot is this one up here. It's quite a nice one. So I'll just click on there a second. And this has got lots of different Braille contractions and letters and all sorts of numbers and things in there. So it's got pretty much everything. So his is just a lower H, so I've forgotten that, which is a bit rubbish of me, because that was a while ago now. So there we go. Oh, excuse me. So his niece to, now ellipses I think is just dot dot dot, hopefully. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, perfect. Right, I'll stop there for now anyway. The other thing you could do if you're really stuck, because sometimes with these exercises you can get to a word and you can be stuck for ages and ages, and sometimes it's just something really simple that you've just missed, or even just like a capital letter indicator or something like that. So what I would sometimes recommend, and this doesn't work perfectly for everything, but it generally works okay, is there's a website called brailletranslator.org. So if you're stuck with a word, so let me just put a word in there, what should we have? Let's just put grammar, just because it's on the right hand side over here. I'll have it with a capital G as well. And then you need to choose English, Unified English Braille Code 2 if you're up to the grade 2 exercises, and click on start, and then after a few seconds hopefully it will show me what the Braille should look like. So we just got the AR contraction in there, but other than that it's all pretty much the same as it would be in grade 1. So yeah, so if you get really stuck, it's worth having a look at a website like this that can translate it for you. Also, you don't want to be doing that for every single bit of text. You know, it's important to actually learn how to do it as well. So anyway, so that's those exercises. The other type of exercise you'll get in here is ones like this, where you have to actually translate text. So I have to change my keyboard. So like I said, I'm a little bit rusty. So sorry, got to change my keyboard. Right, there we go. So after lessons, he and Janet collected the 2 magic books and took them up to Matt's? No. Oh, I'm an idiot. Cats. I don't know why I thought it was Matt's. Room. Janet looks around it with admiration. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to go over the whole exercise. You get the idea. So yeah, so you get those are the 2 basic types of exercises you get within these lessons. And once you've completed it and saved it, you can then go on to the next lesson as well. I'm just going to save my progress there for now, so I can carry on with that at some point. So yeah, so that's UEBOnline for someone who has vision. So someone who's a professional, someone perhaps a parent or carer that might want to learn Braille as well. Okay, so this is UEBOnline for someone who may have a visual impairment. Now, I think it would probably be a tricky website to use if you had no vision at all, although with screen readers, possibly you could. Really hard for me to say. But yeah, it's worth having a look at some of the options in here as well. So you've got high contrast mode for starters. I'll just pop it on there a second. It does take a moment to change everything, but it does look a lot different once it does it. Just bear with me. I think either my internet or the UEB website's being a little bit slow tonight as well, so I apologise. Hopefully that will kick in any moment now. Let me try it again. Oh, there we go. It's doing something now. Perhaps I didn't click on it properly. So yeah, so this is what the high contrast mode looks like, and you've got some options at the top of the screen here for changing your text size and also for changing the colour combinations as well. So you've got like white on black and black on yellow and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to exit contrast mode for a moment, but that's nice to know that that feature is there, and they've done a good job there. So we'll just go back to the normal mode a second. There's also a section here that says screen reader help. If I click on that, it brings up another page. Now, if you are using a screen reader, so if you're, for example, using NVDA, which is a free screen reader and very, very good, that will work well with this. Other screen readers as well, things like JAWS and Supernova, programs like that will hopefully work well with this as well. And this website's been specifically made so that if you press certain keys, it will read certain parts of your exercise, like read a word or read the current sentence that you're on, or reread something and things like that. So it's well worth having a look through those. If you are someone who uses a screen reader, perhaps somebody can help you with finding out what the keyboard shortcuts and things are for that. So yes, that's really useful. So the exercises on this version are a little bit different. So you don't have the translation exercises in the same way as you do on the one, which is a bit of a shame. It's a shame they haven't got somebody to perhaps read out the text, or a screen reader to read out the text, so then someone can translate it still. However, they have simplified these exercises a little bit, where you're actually typing in the words in Braille. So let me change my keyboard back again. So you'll notice it looks quite different. I've just got 2 boxes here now, and it's just taken this first line here and it's put it down here. So now I can type in, and it also gives you lots of sound prompts as well. So if I make a mistake, for example, it puts an X on the screen and it makes a horrible noise, little chomping kind of noise. So this is only on lesson 2, by the way. So it's just all pretty much typing every letter at the moment. Also, I don't know if you heard that or not, but it made a noise to tell me that after this word I need to press enter to go to my next line. So really good there. On some of the exercises as well, I don't know if there's any examples in this one. Well, there might be actually. It says things like, in the text it says things like capital T and things like that actually written out. So I'm just going to go through a couple of lines of this. It does take a bit of getting used to typing like you would on a Braille on an actual keyboard rather than a Braille if you're used to using one of those, but it's not too bad. And it's once you've done it a few times, it's all right really, and unless you've got a really rubbish computer keyboard, it feels relatively natural after a while once you've done a few exercises. I heard that beep noise then just to indicate something as well. That was it. So it's nice that they do have the two versions. I'll just quickly show you what this looks like in these exercises in the high contrast mode as well. So we only briefly looked at that before. Sorry, just take a moment. There we go. So yeah, much bigger. And I've just got one nice big box here as well. So where did I get up to? Oh, it started me? Oh, because I didn't save it. It started me at the beginning of the exercise again. But at least you can see what it looks like in the high contrast mode option, and here are the different auditory prompts as well. Okay, so I'm not going to go for any more of that in the moment. So yeah, unfortunately, all the exercises on this version of UEB are this kind of exercise, which is a little bit of a shame, but at least it's there for someone that needs it. So yes, that's pretty much it for UEBOnline. If anybody has any comments or questions or wants to give me any feedback, please do. And I will eventually get through these exercises again myself on this one that I'm on. I'm up to lesson 23, like I said before, and I have gone through all of them before. With this particular website, it's free to register. The only thing to pay for, if you want to, is completion certificates. So once you've completed the Module 1 exercises, you can pay for completion certificate, I believe, and then once you've completed these exercises, you can pay for like a complete completion certificate as well, which I can't remember exactly how much it is, but I think it works out to roughly equivalent to about £25 here in the UK. There's an Australian website, so I can't remember exactly what the cost is. So yeah, so that's basically it for UEBOnline. So like I say, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to get in touch, and thank you very much for watching. Okay, bye.